everyone. Welcome back to Heartbeat Narratives. My name is Molly, and I'm your host. And today we have a very, very special guest, Cypress Navarro-Acio, with us today. He's from Kapolei, Oahu, and we initially got introduced through the Hoʻomau Fire Academy and wanted to just welcome you to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Molly, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here on Heartbeat Narratives, and I'm so glad that Instructor Reed kind of just connected us, and I get to share my story and share what brings me joy in life.
I'm over the moon that you were open to doing this, and I feel like you've lived a really fascinating life so far, and you've still got a lot ahead of you.
Yes.
But to kick it off, could you share a little bit about where you grew up?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, born in Makakilo, but slowly made my way down the hill to Kapolei. So, I was kind of raised in Kapolei. I went to Makakilo Elementary, went to Kapolei Middle School, then I went to Kapolei High School and graduated in 2020. So, that was like peak pandemic, COVID times. That was a blur. But I just grew up with the values of family. You know, I was always surrounded by family. My dad always taught me, he ingrained in me, like, put family first, be there for them no matter what. And we just grew up having like weekend kanikapilas, barbecues, and yeah, from there, just made my way to college after that.
So you graduated peak pandemic,
Yes.
which is such a strange time in the world to be like starting your new life.
Yeah, totally. And quarantine happened, and that took a lot from us. Graduation.
Yeah, what did your graduation look like?
It was a drive-through, it was interesting. You just drive with your family, then walk up on stage by yourself, take a picture, then you hop back into the car and you're out of there.
Oh my gosh.
Like 10 seconds, you're done. Not like your typical graduation today, but after that, we had like a little get-together at the house, and that was good fun, like a manini kind graduation party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From that point, did you end up going to California, or what came next?
So yeah, I was playing high school soccer for Kapolei High School. We had a pretty stacked team. I played with club teammates on Kapolei, and junior year we won OIAs and made it to semis for states. Then senior year we won OIAs as well. But then I got recruited to play at Azusa Pacific University out in California. But that was during the pandemic, so that kind of affected my scholarship. And at the time, my dad, he had his own business. So we made the decision together to go to a 2-year university out in Las Vegas, College of Southern Nevada. So that was 2 years sitting out of playing soccer, and that was a long waiting period. But you know what? I just stayed the course. I trained every day with the team, even though I wasn't playing. And honestly, that preparation really did me justice, because the following season, we did good. We took the team to playoffs for the first time in so many years, and I was able to get honors. I think it was all-region team honors.
What position did you play?
I was a center back and left back. Yeah.
Oh, so you're running.
Yeah, I'm running. Those were humbling times, man, I tell you. Just waking up at 5 a.m. every morning, making a 40-minute commute to practice and training in that intense heat. Like, it was so humbling, but also molding as well. I'm proud of that, but yeah, that transition was kind of easy. I stayed there 2 years, and I was with family, so I got to experience that Las Vegas life. I couldn't go to the casinos or anything.
But you ate good food.
Yeah, they have like Hawaiian food over there. It's the 9th island. So.
Yeah, there's all the Hawaii people on the continent over there,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
a big community.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I went to Las Vegas, and after that I got recruited to play out in California.
Okay, so Vegas, then California. And what university were you at?
I got recruited to play at Sonoma State University, and I already had 2 teammates from Hawaii on that team. So Javon Cunningham and Johnny Dodge. I grew up with them playing soccer, and they just referenced me to the coach, told him to watch my highlight video. Shout out to my coach, Marcus Zemer at Sonoma State University. He recently passed away, but I know like he made such a difference in my life, and I know he's watching down on us right now, but he recruited me to play at Sonoma State University, and that was also a struggle to get on the team, because the transcripts being transferred over, just getting acclimated to that California lifestyle, totally different from Vegas. But Coach MZ had so much faith in me. He did not give up. He always went the extra mile for his players, and from there, fought for a starting position my first year, Then second year, got the captain armband, got team honors, got institution honors, and I did pretty good academically too. So yeah, it was a great experience out in Sonoma State University.
So working your way up.
Yeah, working my way up. Definitely.
Yeah. I feel like going into sports and then going into the career that you eventually want to get into, firefighting.
Oh, yeah.
There's some like transferable skills in that space. And so we can get into that a little bit afterwards. But I know you ended up on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
Yeah, so, man, Sonoma State University cut their athletics spring of 2024 due to system-wide budget deficits. All sports got cut, and they told us via email the second day of spring. Then I was just out trying to find a new school while keeping up with the spring season as well. So I was just constantly emailing coaches my highlight video, inviting them out to watch me play. And MC had a big part in that too, my coach from Sonoma State. He's well connected in the NorCal community and even further from that, but he knew the coach out in Charlotte. Shano, shout out Shano. He's also Irish, from Ireland. Yeah. So Shano, with his big, thick Irish accent, calls me up and he told me he was interested and that he wanted to come out to watch me play summer ball out in Oakland. So we was out in Oakland playing a game. Then he actually showed up. He took the flight from Charlotte to Oakland to watch me play. Yeah, so he was fully committed and he was faithful as well in me. He liked how I played, so he recruited me from there, got my offer, and made my way to Charlotte, all the way across the country. Yeah.
You've lived in all these different time zones just in the last 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
Did you have any culture shock when you got to North Carolina, or did it feel natural to be there?
Definitely a cultural shock. We're kind of in a rural area, more country. It's a bigger school compared to my other two. You'd have to take the shuttle everywhere you go on campus. And, just being surrounded by new people. Most of my team were all internationals. I was only one of the 4 Americans on that team.
Okay. Where were they from?
Oh, yeah. They were from, 2 of them was from, Portugal, 1 from Japan, 1 from Jamaica, Poland, Israel, Cypress.
Okay,
Yeah,
was that interesting?
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Yeah, Cypress. They called themselves Cyprians or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but all ballers. They could play ball, and that's their religion. Yeah, they grew up playing soccer, so that was definitely a shock to me. Just the level change from a JUCO D2 into a D1, because we're borderline professional, I'd say, at that level, and just playing all those tough teams like Clemson, South Carolina, FAU, they have some great players on that team. So it was definitely a grind, definitely a fight every time I stepped on that field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you graduated from college.
Yeah, graduated from college this past December.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So you're home now. How did that come about?
In the end, I always knew I wanted to come home, be surrounded by family again, because I've been gone for 4.5, 5 years or so. I just miss home. I miss my siblings. I miss my parents, my grandparents, especially because they're getting old. Then my niece and nephew, I really want them to grow up with me. So I want to come back home and just, start over again, find my place, be culturally rooted in the islands that raised me. From there, I was what am I going to do, though, when I come back home? I was oh, man, I had my business degree, but I don't know. I didn't have any ideas of a business at the time. So I was okay, what's kind of close to soccer that has that teamwork aspect, that family-oriented environment, and something that'll keep me fit? I don't know, I was praying, and firefighting came to my head. Previously, I'll throw out the idea, firefighting would be cool, but I didn't really take it seriously. But when I actually sat down myself and reflected and thought about what I wanted to do after college, this is maybe 2 weeks before I'm going to graduate, I was I want to become a firefighter. Before I came back home, I had to apply for Hoʻomau Fire Academy for class 20, 020. And I sent in my video, all my information, and I'm so blessed and grateful that instructor Reed, he accepted me right off the bat, because if not, that kind of would have stopped my momentum. But I'm so glad that he accepted me for the most recent class of 20.
So shout out to the Hoʻomau Fire Academy
Yeah.
and Instructor Reed.
Instructor Reed, Instructor Sheldon, Instructor Dell, Instructor Harry, all of them. Yeah.
Awesome.
In class of 20.
So what was it like learning how to become a firefighter? Because it sounds like the training can be applied in different contexts.
Yes.
Local, federal.
Oh, yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the training process in Hoʻomau Fire Academy was kind of like military. It was different. It was more professional. I had to learn how to be professional. Calling the instructors sir, I was never used to that. And waking up at a certain time to do 40 burpees before 7 a.m. was mandatory every morning, not only on the weekends when we had class, but every single morning. We had different classes, different courses and lessons being taught, like CPR, AED training. We had hands-on training. We had resume building, mock interviews, mock PATs.
What are PATs?
Oh, PATs is physical agility tests.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like a 1.5 mile run in less than 12 minutes. Then you have an obstacle course right after that. The obstacle course consists of like dummy dragging, stair climbing, tire slamming, tire pulling, and that's basically what the PAT is. They kind of made it easy, Instructor Reed, because they're such great mentors and their experience, and they've been in the department for so long, the Fed Fire Department. So there's different departments on the island. You got federal, you got state, which is basically airport crash, ARF. So they stay on the airport base. Then federal is like military bases. You got like Hickam, Schofield, Westlock. Then you got city and county, which you see like the different stations around the cities. That's it on the islands.
So when you meet other people who are becoming firefighters, do you see like similarities in like why they're drawn to that career path?
Oh, definitely. They're always smiling. Every firefighter that I met, they said it's the best job in the world. And like, I could kind of see that because like, you're doing something greater than yourself. You're really laying down your life for the people that you love. And I feel like sacrifice makes your life meaningful. And I guess that's what brings me joy in the end, doing something bigger than myself for a greater purpose for the ones you love. The schedule too is an optimal schedule. They have like 2 days on, 2 days off, something like that. 1 day on, 1 day off, I think for like a 5-day cycle. Then you have 4 days off after that. So there's choke time to go surfing, hanging out with family, running your own side business as well.
So there's balance.
Yes, there is balance. Yeah. And also the cooking too. I think like the camaraderie is unreal. Even Hoʻomau Fire Academy, we had that camaraderie. I think it was cadet orientation day, the first day. New environment, new people. So you kind of want to put on like a little facade, like a mask, like act tough. So I was in there with my bolo head at the time. I shaved my hair off and trying to act tough. Then we kind of had to explain our reasons why we wanted to become a firefighter. I had this whole script written out why I wanted to become a firefighter, and that was like to serve the community, to help out the people on the islands. But when I got into the class, we had a couple of alumni from the previous classes tell their story, and like theirs was so like specific and personable, not just vanilla like, oh, I want to serve the community, I want to help the people I love. And I kind of just looked at my script, I ripped it up in class, and I started praying to God in my mind, like, God, please give me the answers to why I want to become a firefighter. And like, it was my turn to go up. My heart was beating on my chest, and in front of new people that I haven't even met before, and in front of the instructors. And not even like 5 minutes in, I gave my reasons why I wanted to become a firefighter, and I started bawling my eyes out. I started crying, being emotional, because my reasons why is God and family. I want to become a firefighter. I'm so passionate about those things, and I feel like that passion will definitely drive me to go into a burning building and help another family out. So I started bawling my eyes out. I couldn't control it. The instructor was like, take your time, breathe. And like, I made it through. Then I look up and everybody's like clapping for me, cheering me on, smiling. I remember Des Donaldson, one of the cadets that we had, walked up to me and gave me a big hug. And that's what I'm talking about, the camaraderie. It was instant, that family connection that we had. And Hoʻomau provided that. I didn't even know these guys, but they accepted me into their family like that. So I I kind of went on a tangent there, but
No,
yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Because it really flowed through you, the reasons.
Oh yeah, God and family. Just want to elaborate on that. Is like God really did transform me into the man I am today, and He's continuously doing work not only in my life, but my friends and family. And family, oh man, especially my grandma Elaine. Shout out my grandma Elaine. There are times in college where I was penniless. I had nothing in my bank account. This is like when I was in JUCO in Vegas, and I was too ashamed and prideful to ask for money at the time. And I remember just like starving, just not being able to eat after certain days, just going to sleep hungry. Then the next day I just wake up to a "I love you" text, then look at my bank account. She deposited like $100 into my checkings, and that's all she said. She didn't ask for anything. She's just "I love you." I owe it to my family because I seen all the sacrifices and all the silent battles and all the support they gave me in their life. So I just want to reciprocate that and pour it back into them. So those are my reasons why, God and family.
That's beautiful, Cypress.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So.
And mahalo for opening up in that way, because I feel like there is so much value to being vulnerable in spaces, even if it's a workplace, and even if it's like the most manly setting you could be in.
Yeah.
But we all have that softer side within us that unless we show it to other people, no one else will show it.
Yeah.
So you like opened that up for the rest of the community to receive you and vice versa.
Yeah, because it was definitely all pent up in there. I remember because we went on a Lāhainā trip to help Lāhainā families move from their temporary home into the permanent home. And we helped this one family move to the permanent home. They moved around 15 times in that 3-year time span. And I remember Instructor Reed just telling us, like, it's okay to be emotional, because he told us when he sorry instructor, I don't want to put you on the spot, but like, you know, he said he went back home and cried to his wife, and that really, like, his openness and his vulnerability spoke to me and told me it's okay to be vulnerable and open too. So, you know, it's okay to be emotional, kind of just debrief afterwards, but in the moment, keep your composure, because on the firefighting scene, you could see some pretty intense stuff.
I feel like it takes strong people to be in those community servant roles.
Yeah. You're
responding to something that's very urgent.
Yeah.
And you're doing your job.
Yeah.
And then you can let your guard down a little bit later and have that community around you. Are there other examples of that sense of community that you recall from being in cadet training and even being in Lāhainā or seeing real world examples where you're like, that is Aloha? Yes,
totally. So I'm going to speak more on the Lāhainā service trip. So it's funny because during the graduation at Hoʻomau, Instructor Reed said that they didn't even have the funds to take all us cadets to Lāhainā, but he trusted God and he knew that he would bless him back if we'd be a blessing. So, you know, just got the text from Instructor Reed saying who wants to go to Maui to help a Lāhainā family move into their permanent home. And this is the first time I'm ever going to meet the cadets and the instructors. I responded yes, and I went on the flight with them to Lāhainā, to Maui. My first time being in Maui. We made our way, we got a U-Haul, made our way straight to the family in Lāhainā, and partnered up with MFD as well. Some off-duty firefighters came and helped. And there is maybe like 8 to 10 cadets with me that went on the trip. And we kind of just went to their home and was disassembling furniture, moving home appliances, furniture into the U-Haul, and moving it into the permanent home. It was a lot though, so them by themselves doing that would have took days. But as a team, as a unit, Hoʻomau Fire Academy and the MFD firefighters were able to knock it out in like an hour and a half.
That's fast.
Hour and a half or 2. And the auntie, oh my gosh, this kind of changed me and my perspective of becoming a firefighter. It's like, she started crying too, and like we're all saying goodbye, and she was tearing up, and the family was tearing up, and just expressing their thankfulness and their gratitude towards us. And that gave me that sense of aloha, that spirit of aloha that the fire department has, because everybody works together towards one goal, a common goal. And when you work together efficiently, collectively, as one mind, you can knock out those type of things instantly in an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it's just seeing the gratitude, the smile on Auntie's face, knowing that they're at rest. They don't have to move again and again. They finally have a roof that's permanent and they could stay put. That really did open my eyes into this career. That was a great bonding experience with the cadets too. First time on Maui, we got to kind of explore. We went to the Wailea station, got to meet some firefighters over there, the captains, and we got to go to the training center where they train all the new recruits. They kind of just gave us a rundown of what MFD was like. They gave us this video that they have for all the new recruits coming in to kind of show what recruit class is actually like. A lot of physical tasks, but something cool about MFD is they have a lot of ocean rescue implemented into their department when they're training the firefighters. So that was something that sparked my interest. And from there, I asked the captain, is the application still open? Then he said, yeah, February 1st is the deadline. And that was literally like the next day.
Really?
Or yeah, next day or two. It was close. I was cutting it close. But right as I took the flight back home to Oahu, hopped on my laptop and applied. Yeah, so passed the Maui written test. Just waiting to hear back for the PAT now.
Exciting.
Yeah.
New beginnings, hopefully.
Yeah.
Regardless what happens, you will become a firefighter. I have no doubts.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm stoked. And honestly, this is a waiting season. I just got to stay patient. And, what do waiters do? They serve. So I'm going to continue to serve the community. Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing in the meantime right now?
So right now I work 2 jobs. I stay active with the Fire Academy as well. Then I also have my side clothing business, Almighty Hawaii.
I want to hear about it.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, of course. So it was my dad's old brand, my dad and my uncle Brandon Kashida. Back in 2016, he passed away due to a hit and run in Aiea. So that kind of put the brand on a standstill. But before all that, they're into the partying scene, like the promotions, battle the bands, going out, having fun. And they sponsored a lot of MMA fighters as well. That's kind of how they got relevant, how they got known. But I kind of want to just rebrand that, give it like spiritual context. It's more than a clothing and apparel business. It's also a ministry and seeing what I could do to help out those in the community. My goal is also to start a nonprofit organization for kids, like underprivileged kids to get to college. And hopefully I could do that in the future.
You've been busy.
Yeah, I've been busy. Yeah. Also playing soccer on the side.
Oh, you're still playing.
Yeah. Didn't officially hang up the boots yet. I still have it on me.
It sounds like you're very active right now.
Yes. I love to stay busy and productive. I think it's a family thing. My mom's side, they just so agitated if they're just on the couch all day. I get antsy and I just want to do something. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's really meaningful that you are reviving the brand in a new way. Yes. And I'm really sorry that the hit and run happened. I imagine that happened at a very pivotal point in your life.
Yes.
Because you must have been pretty young.
Yes, I was still in high school at the time. I think I was a freshman only. That was my dad's partner. He depended a lot on Uncle Brandon because he was a machine. It takes multiple people to print a whole batch of shirts, but with Uncle Brandon, this guy was a one-man team. He would bang it out overnight and it's done. So my dad depended a lot on him, and seeing the mental strain that it took on him when he lost his partner and also financially trying to figure out, it really did take a toll on my family and kind of cause a whole shift in the family dynamics as well. So just back home, trying to revive that brand, it's so meaningful to me, and I hope that Uncle Brandon is proud seeing all this movement that I'm doing.
I was curious if that had a role in why you wanted to go into firefighting as well, because that is a scenario where you would be a first responder. Yes. And I was just curious if that was part of it too.
Not really, but now that you mentioned it, for sure. Because firefighters don't only respond to structural fires or saving cats from trees, but they also respond to medical emergencies like that. Yeah, thank you for mentioning that. I'm actually going to EMT school this upcoming fall, so I'll be getting my EMT certificate soon, helping those people in those situations. Yeah.
Thank you for going into the career path that you're going into, because as a Honolulu resident, as a Hawaii resident, feel more comforted knowing that there are people like you going into these super important jobs.
Yeah.
Because it takes a special personality, I think, to be under stress and then to also be able to like do the absolute best that you can in the moment, and then still have self-care for you and your team to be able to handle those difficult times emotionally as well.
Yeah, for sure. That's why it's so good to have like a solid crew and people that you could trust in, confide in, because you see some pretty gruesome and intense stuff on the scene. Yeah, I'm excited to enter this occupation, this career.
From your perspective, how did sports influence you going into this? And like, what are the skills that you think other people who are curious about going into firefighting, what are the good things to have in your toolbox?
Okay, there's definitely similar skills in college athletics and in being in the fire department. At the top of my head, discipline. You gotta show up every single day, even if you don't feel like it. Someone's life is on the line. Your team depends on you. In college, kind of had to do that because we ran a lot in Charlotte. We had this motto we just claimed to be the fittest team in the nation. So every practice we would run, weight training session, then a hard practice, then we would run after that. Just translating that into the fire department is like, you gotta give it your all no matter what, every single day. Obviously, you're gonna have off days, but you gotta bounce back from those off days quickly. You gotta also have communication with the team. You gotta be open, you gotta be honest. You have to lead. Even if you don't have the captain title, lieutenant title, you gotta be that leader no matter what. So discipline, communication, physical fitness, not overworking yourself, but working yourself to the point where you can handle the situation that you're gonna be in. Working hard, but recovering harder. I learned that in Charlotte because I didn't really take it seriously at the JUCO D2 level. I thought I could just scoot on by. But like at the D1 level, competition is way more, it's better at that level, I could say. And if you want to keep up with those competition, the opposition, all those other teams, you got to take your rest and recovery seriously. And that's what Shano taught me, my Charlotte coach. He's like, I show up to trainings tired and just sluggish, making a lot of mistakes. And he would ask me at the end of training, he's like, did you nap? Something simple like that. Did you nap? Did you hydrate? Did you just lay down in bed with the AC on? Just the simple things like stretching as well. We also had a sports psychologist that helped us with just the mental process of the game. So I would say recovery was definitely one that you could translate into the fire department as well, because you're going to have a lot of time off, so you don't want to waste that time. You actually want to do something that will set you up for the next days where you are actually working. But that's like surfing, staying active, doing any sport that you want to do, but not to the point where it hurt you. What else? Resilience. Transferring school to school, there are times where I felt like giving up. Asking myself, is soccer even for me? Putting my sports career in question. And as a child, it was always to play Division I soccer at the highest collegiate level, and I never did give up on myself. I just told myself, keep going. In the long run, it's going to pay off, and this is just forming you into the man that you're going to become in the future, building your character, just applying that resilience from that journey into the department. Is just like, I may bounce from station to station. I don't know where I'm going to be, who's going to accept me. I'm currently in a waiting season, trying to figure out which department's going to take me. Eventually, down the line, I'm going to get the job that I really want. So the 3 P's in the wait: provision, protection, and preparation. That's what I always tell myself.
That's really helpful.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've mentioned you're in a waiting season right now. And this past week, I kept coming across the word Ahonui, which often has been translated to mean patience. But my teacher, Uncle Pono Shim, he was taught that it means waiting for the moment. So it's actively being prepared for when that moment comes. So it's not just sitting back and twiddling your thumbs.
Oh, for sure.
But it's being in that prepared mode for when that opportunity comes to you, you can totally meet it completely ready.
Definitely.
And I feel like you're in an active Ahonui time of your life, which can be really exciting too, because anything is possible at this point. You could go in so many different directions.
Yeah. Definitely in a waiting season and staying proactive, doing the best I can to stay fit, not just sitting down eating Twinkies on a couch, because I know the PAT is going to come up soon. So been hitting a lot of circuits, working out with some of the cadets. We still keep in contact. We have dinner. We kind of just update each other on our lives. And yeah, we do a lot of stuff together. Like Moses, he works down in Waikiki, one of the cadets. We go surfing. Jonah, he's a boxer, so we always hit bag at his gym. So staying proactive and chilling with the guys in the meantime. Yeah.
So it's funny. Normally throughout the interviews, I almost always ask, what makes your heart beat? And you went right into it without me even asking, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I wanted to officially ask you, since this is the Heartbeat Narratives podcast, what brings you joy, Cypress?
Same motives of why I want to become a firefighter is God and family. Just seeing the sacrifices they made for me, the situations they are in now, some family members, I kind of want to be that provider for them. I want to be that protector, especially my grandparents. They're getting old. So I want them to see me graduate the department, and I want them to be present in that moment with me. My grandma Elaine, she wakes up at 3:30 every morning to catch the bus to her attorney's office in town where she works at. And she's been doing that for maybe 50 years. She has not retired yet. Her routine has been consistent. Whenever I need something, she's always there. Same thing with my Papa San. He works at the shipyard at Pearl Harbor. My Papa Eddie, he's still working as well. My grandma Patty, she's been there for me my whole life, and my parents. There's so much family members that I could shout out, and I'm so appreciative of. They're definitely the people that bring me joy in my life. Like, I want my future family to see that their father is a provider and protector. I want my wife to be comfortable, have a happy, authentic marriage, because I kind of want to break narratives in my family, change like generational, I don't want to say curses, but like something that's been just reoccurring, like
just patterns.
Patterns, yes. Like my immediate family, there has not been one lasting marriage. No one owns a home. So I kind of want to change that and be the first in my family to do so. And firefighting is definitely the step into that. So I want this job bad. I'm not going to stop at anything to get this job. Yeah.
I have full faith that you will accomplish all of those things.
Oh, thank you.
Just the way that you are approaching it that's the right mindset already. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because my next question was going to be, where do you see yourself in 30 years? And you went right in. But yeah, where do you see yourself?
30 years from now, I see myself in my growing family, big family. My family's always growing. There's always a kid being born. So just seeing my family grow even more, having a wife and kids, and being in a department, whatever department it is, ideally home in Hawaii, and being an official firefighter, and helping out the younger generation. That's something I'm super passionate about. That's been on my heart, is because I have family in Kalihi, the Palama area, and I want to help out those, not only those specific kids in the community, but kids who are underprivileged, part of low-income families, impoverished, get to where they want to be in life, and introduce trades that you could do. Not only go to college, but have different trades and different skill sets that you could learn before you actually get into the railroad. I'm actually, in touch with Palama Settlement.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's actually how I got into EMT school. I got a grant from them through the Palama Settlement Scholarship Foundation. They're a big part in the community. They do so much service projects. Just staying in touch with them, and eventually down the line starting my own nonprofit organization to get kids where they want to be in life. So 30 years, yeah, hopefully that'll happen. It could turn different direction, but I'll stay faithful to that dream of mine right now.
It'll be fun to watch your career and your life unfold over time. Yeah. I'm excited to see where you go after, this is sort of like your launching point.
Yes,
I think.
Definitely. Just jumping off the bridge, having blind faith. Yeah. And I'm also starting my own clothing business, or having my own clothing business as well. I think that's a big part in my future. Yeah.
Lots of exciting avenues to kind of see how it all works out.
Yes.
But Cypress, it was so awesome to meet you today.
Thank you so much, Molly, for having me, and it's been a joy to be here, and I'll definitely recommend others, whoever wants to do a podcast, to you.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Mahalo everyone for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Aloha.